Hey guys, welcome back, or if you're new to my channel, welcome. Today I'm going to share with you some more 4th of July party food recipes. I did make one in the past and it was very popular, so I thought I'd make another one. So if you want to see what I came up with, then please keep watching. Alright, first up is our classic deviled eggs. Now I went ahead and boiled them off camera, removed the yolks. We will make the filling here in a little bit, but I'm going to share with you a little secret. Not really a secret, I mean I'm sharing it, but a little tip. I did add a little bit of vinegar to my water solution. It actually did help it stay potent and true to color. Sometimes you can get food dye and it can be really, lackluster and not very bright. But this, I had to rinse these eggs and the pasta you'll see here later on. I had to rinse it quite a few times to make sure it didn't bleed. So I just used 1 tablespoon of vinegar. It called for white, but I went ahead and used apple cider because I didn't have any white. But I mixed that in with my food coloring for the red and for the blue. Now I let these sit for about 15 minutes and they were good to go. They are very, very vibrant, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off, and I did rinse them quite a few times just to make sure it didn't bleed all over my plate. But here I'm just showing you how it looked when it first came out. So now we're just going to make our mixture. Now you make your deviled eggs the way you like them. My mom always taught me to add a little bit of vinegar with the mayonnaise and the mustard, as well as some salt, pepper, paprika, and a little bit of garlic powder. So I went ahead and mixed that up. Now if you like yours super smooth, go ahead and run it through a mixer or a blender or whatever. My family doesn't really care either way, so I'm just going to go ahead and mix it up by hand. So once you get it to the consistency that you like, you're going to go ahead and stick that in the fridge just to let it set up a little bit, let it marry together. Now I went ahead and put my piping in a little Ziploc bag and cut off the edge, as you can see here, and now I am plating them. Super simple, easy to do, but very festive. The red, white, and blue really is a big hit at all the parties. Now you can arrange them in a flag pattern. I saw that was really cool, but I didn't need that many eggs, so I didn't want to make too many. But nonetheless, it came out really nice and vibrant. Alright, next up is a classic taco dip. Now I am using some refried beans. You can also add some ground beef, but I am trying to make this a little bit more budget friendly. Ground beef right now is crazy expensive, so we are just using refried beans. Now I'm going to add some taco seasoning. You can use any kind you like. Then we're going to start adding our layers. I've got some guacamole. You can use fresh if you'd like to. Again, it's up to you and your palate and what you have on hand. Next layer is some salsa, and then after the salsa is the sour cream. Going to go ahead and spread that out. Try to get it as even as possible so you get a good bite of each, ingredient every single time. Now we're adding our sour cream. And then I did use only about half of that packet, so I'm going to add the remaining seasoning on top here. And we are good to go. Next up, we're going to add our cheese and our tomato to make the red, white, and blue stripes. Here I was just kind of showing you I'm leaving a little square in the corner for where the stars is going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and start making that pattern. In hindsight, I would have made these a little bit thinner if possible, just so you can have more stripes, but it still looks good and very festive. So once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and take your blue corn tortillas. Now, if you can't find blue corn, because I had a hard time finding them, you can always use olives in this little square space to kind of make it look blue, if you will, or black, just to kind of give it that color. And then I took some mozzarella cheese, used a little star cookie cutter, and cut out some stars for the flag. Now here we are, our American flag. Super pretty, very festive, and delicious. Alright, next up is our red, white, and blue pasta salad. So I'm going to take 2 bowls that I've rinsed because I did use those for my eggs, but I don't want my pasta tasting like vinegar, so I'm just adding some warm water and a squeeze or 2 of the gel food coloring, and I'm placing, 1/3 portion you know, 1/3 will be plain, 1/3 will be blue, 1/3 will be red. We're going to go ahead and stick that in the dye, let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. And as you can see here, I am rinsing it. Now, I will warn you, if you do make this recipe, you need to rinse the pasta like 5 times at least. Like it was bleeding like crazy, especially the blue. It really held on to that pigment. So make sure you take the time and rinse it and pat it dry. That way the red, white, and blue doesn't turn into purple. You know, it doesn't all mix together and your white noodles, you know, turn red or blue or vice versa. So just keep that in mind. Next up here, I'm showing you I went ahead and mixed the other pasta, the plain white pasta, with the grape tomatoes, the mozzarella cheese cubes, and then some pepperoni. And now we're going to mix it together with the dressing. I did use some Italian dressing. I used the Walmart brand, but you can use the Olive Garden. That's kind of what this one mimics. But this one tastes just as good, if not the same. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that all together. And this is what it looks like. Super simple, but very festive. All right, next up is our Firecracker Bomb Pop sugar cookies. Trying to find a name for it. So I went ahead and used 2 bags of that sugar cookie mix, 2 sticks of butter, 2 eggs. I mixed those together. Once you combine, I did separate them again into 3 different colors, the white, the red, and the blue. So it is nice and crummy because it is a sugar cookie mix. So just kind of, you know, break it up and separate it as evenly as you can. Now, I did use a lot of food dye in this video, but it is 4th of July, and what's 4th of July without red, white, and blue food, right? So here we are. So once you've got them all mixed and combined and the food dye is nice and even, I did go ahead and pour out some flour just to make it so it wasn't so sticky and tacky. And I rolled them up in a log and put them in the fridge for about an hour, just so they'd get nice and cool and set up. So after about an hour, I took it out. It's nice and firm. We're going to chop it up into, I'd say, about 1/2-inch pieces. And you're going to go ahead and do that with all of the colors. You're going to roll them into balls and flatten them out. As you can see here, I've got all my colors. Now, again, these came out really large. So learn from my mistake. If you want to make more or make them smaller, make the balls smaller. So what you're going to do now, you can see me lining them up. I lined them up together, flattened them, pushed them together so they kind of stuck, and then press the fork into the cookie to try to make that firecracker ice cream pop shape. So here's what they look like when they came out. Like I said, they are kind of big. So if you want them smaller, you want to make more, just make the balls smaller. This will make a ton. You do need 2 to make the little firecracker pop. So keep that in mind when you're rolling them out, so you have enough, so there's an even distribution or even amount, you know, to make 1 pop. You need 2 to make 1 pop. Hope that makes sense. So now we're just taking our cream cheese icing, spreading it on, and then you're going to stick your ice cream stick inside, and you've got your firecracker pop. I thought these were really cute. My kids love them. They do like the firecracker ice cream, so they did recognize this right away. All right, last but not least, this was a fun little extra one. I thought it was cute. I've got these little star molds and some red and blue Gatorade, and I filled up the molds with the Gatorade and froze them, and we've got some red and blue stars to put in your drink. So my kids love Sprite or any kind of juice, really. I mean, what kid doesn't? But I just put these Gatorade cubes in a cup with some Sprite, and it was perfect and fruity and just enough sweetness. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed these recipes. I did link my video that I did a couple years ago down below if you guys want some more ideas. Those are definitely good ones to check out as well. Now, these are classic Americana recipes. You know, you can't go wrong with a dip and a pasta salad and some deviled eggs with a nice little red, white, and blue twist. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know which recipe is your favorite down below. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.